Okay, as usual, it's third time lucky on the video. This one, I think I'm going to call New the New World Order, something like that. Another rung up the ladder. Yeah, that would be a good one. The New World Order, another rung up the ladder. This is what's happening right now. Okay, I think everybody who watches this channel probably knows that the all 10 people now probably know that this is the virus itself is complete BS. What are people getting out there? The same thing that they've been getting forever, the flu, just the standard flu. That's what people are getting, okay? Let's not get all wound for sound over what people are getting, okay? Do they have a vaccination for this thing? Hell, who knows what they put in them bloody vaccinations, apart from some toxic chemicals. Does any vaccination really work? Who knows? If you give something to somebody and you tell them this is going to make it so they don't get this or blah blah blah, they got a 30% chance of it working straight away just for placebo. So let's not worry about it. You can sell anything under placebo. You know what I mean? Anyway, where am I going with this video? What I thought I'd do is do it's going to be a bit of a prediction type video. I'm just going to have a bit of fun with it because there's a lot of people going crazy right now, even in the circles of stuff that I watch, talking about forced vaccinations and all this other stuff, and what this is all about. And a lot of other people say, well, the monetary system they're using it as a cover because they couldn't keep the monetary system going any longer and all this stuff. The monetary system was never designed to keep going. It was always designed to fail at a certain time, and it wasn't designed to fail. It's done exactly what they planned it to do, okay? And that is extract value, extract wealth, extract energy from every average everyday men, okay? That's what it was designed to do, okay? They knew going into it how to do all this stuff. I hear people going on about supercomputers and all this other stuff, and it's just like, it's not that complicated. They've been doing it for thousands of years, okay? They just All you do is you just keep generating money where you need it, and you just put the money where you need it to keep the thing rolling along. And at a certain point, you just take it out of control, get as much out of it as you can, and then watch it go bye-bye and start all over again. It's a pretty simple system, really. It's not really too technical. People make out like it's all crazy complicated, but it's not. And usually, when it goes bye-bye, they just need somebody to blame, so everybody doesn't twig that oh, they was having us along all that time. Okay, so the virus has been invented, completely fictional, just based off of the flu. Who knows what the real flu figures are anyway? Who really dies of the flu and all the rest of this stuff. This year, I don't know anybody that's died from the flu. Now, there was a couple of people, local, young people, that died from something mysterious, some kind of something they caught, and another person. I didn't really know him, but what do I say? He died suddenly as well. This was all before Corona showed up. I'm sure that had Corona been in the picture at the time, that would have been taken the blame. Okay, but it is odd that they were odd deaths. So maybe there is maybe we were just having a bad year. Maybe they know if they up the poisonous chemicals going into the world, they can increase the flu by a certain amount. Who knows? And it might just be as simple as relaxing rules to certain companies that pollute, you know. With that being said, I don't really want to spend too much time on the ins and outs of something we don't really know what it is, apart from we know it's fictional. As for the vaccinations thing, and you hear about people going, well, they've patented the virus, and then they're patenting, and they're already working on a vaccination, and blah 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 blah, and they're going to force vaccinate you, and oh, I don't think they'll force vaccinate anybody. They will incentivize it. So they may even reward people with these new credit dollars that they'll come out with. They may even reward people that go ahead and do that, because they're going to be less of a burden on the system if there was another outbreak. They may ease travel for those people so they can move around easily, and they may allow them, if there was happened to be another outbreak, they may allow them to move around freely, whereas people that hadn't been vaccinated would probably got told, you got to stay at home. Anyway, I'm not really worried about it, and I don't think anybody else should be. It's all nonsense, and I honestly don't think they're going to force it on people. Maybe I'm wrong, you know, maybe they will, but I don't think they will. I think they'll just incentivize it, and most of the idiots out there will be lining up like they do to buy the new iPhone. They'll be camping out overnight to get their vaccination of heavy metals, heavy metal toxicity, and you know, what more can be said? And there probably ain't anything else in it. no, no antiviral anyway. Right, the vaccinations out of the way. Let's get on to the new monetary system. And when I use the term money, okay, I'm just using the common term, okay? We all know that what they've got is fiat currency, or whatever kind of currency you want to call it. It's not real money, okay? I know that. Let's move on. So this currency or money that we're going to move over to, well, I do believe I did see a little clip of something that they was talking about some bill and digital money, and I've been seeing a lot of the Bill Gates clips on YouTube. I haven't looked at any of them, but I've seen the titles, and it mentions Bitcoin in the title and all this nonsense. We will, before the end of this year, I reckon, we will be on a new digital currency. It will be backed by the IMF. It may well be gold backed for a little while, just to try and ease everybody's fear of going on to a new currency. I don't know if they would have to do that. I don't think they will. I honestly think they're going to try. They might try and get away without doing it. Or what I reckon will happen is you're going to get this little card. It'll be like a credit card, you know, like a debit or credit card. Be a little plastic card like everybody's used to. Won't be anything strange about it. It'll say Fed credit dollar, okay, account card. That's what you're going to have, okay. And if you're in England, you'll have a Bank of England or some kind of other governmental, you know, it'll say something on there, Bank of England, governmental, national credit pounds, and it'll be in your own currency, so you're not too scared of it to begin with. Right, it'll also have something written on there, like something like backed by the IMF or guaranteed by the IMF. And it may say something like redeemable. I don't think it will say redeemable for gold, though. What I think they'll do is they'll keep cash around for a little bit. And that cash, you'll be able to go and get cash out. But the cash that you get out on that card will be, again, they're going to incentivize you not doing that. So there'll be some kind of penalty for withdrawing cash. You know, they'll give you, just like you do if you go to an ATM from a different bank, they charge you a couple of percent or whatever it is on the transaction. I don't know anymore. It's been years since I've done that. But there will be some kind of charge to your account for taking cash out. Okay. But I reckon those dollars that they have, um, these new dollars, will be, I'm guessing, might be redeemable for a certain amount of gold to begin with. Maybe or maybe not. I don't really know how lucky they're feeling, whether they're just trying to push it through without. Anyway, um, I think they're going to push it through without. But needless to say, there'll be some kind of penalty for using cash. So and everybody's the infrastructure's already there for a card. You know, all this talk about microchipping people and giving you an implant, so that that's not going to happen straight away. Okay, that's not going to. At least I hope it isn't. What I'm seeing is what the infrastructure's already there to cope with, and that is a credit card style card. And what I think you'll see down the road is they'll give you all your bailout money on this card, you know, living expenses while nobody can go to work, get you used to it for a while, and then the virus will disappear, life will go back to normal, and then I think what we'll see is we'll see big corporations will start paying directly into that account, because it will be easier for tax. So you'll see people like Walmart, Google, Amazon, all those big sort of places, they'll pay straight into that account, okay? And I'm guessing there'll probably be some kind of app come along as well, so that people can just have it straight on their phone if they want. What more to say about? I've got so many things in my head that I want to get out. So that's what's going to happen. Within about 10 years, I think we'll see cash go bye-bye. If they do go back this for any length of time, that'll be gone within 10 years as well. And cash will be gone within 10 years. And the cash will be, what am I thinking about cash? The cash will be deemed unsafe. We'll just have another outbreak, and probably 2030. That's a year to watch. And we'll have another outbreak, and they'll say cash is spreading it, can't have no cash. They may even tout it a lot this time as well. And I think that will help them to discourage people from taking cash out of the system as well and using cash. But I don't think they'll be able to get rid of it because there's too many old people that like cash. There's also there are a lot of businesses that are requiring, and now a lot of them are going to be gone, but there are still a lot of businesses that require that cash. But I think we'll have another outbreak, and then that'll be gone. And I think they'll get rid of the cards as well during that one, or leading up to it, or just incentivize people coming away from the card, because they'll probably use the excuse that, you know, they can't guarantee all these people that keep losing their cards, you know, and all the cards that keep getting stolen. So they'll move over to some kind of biometric identification or a chip, and you will, and the cards will fade out, basically. What more to say about all of this? I wanted to say something about using a virus for starters. If you think about this, so I'm just changing track here a little bit, but the metaphor of using a virus to transition and do all this stuff, the metaphor of a virus is not living. Okay, I keep hearing all this stuff. Or a virus can live on a surface for. I think it was my mum saying it to me, and I said, "Mum, a virus isn't living at all. Even if you believe what they say, it's not living." But anyway, all right. So with that being said, but I think it's interesting, the metaphor of the virus. Something that is fictional, basically. I think the virus is very fictional. It's definitely not living. It's definitely something that's dead. And the system that is using this as a transitional entity is completely fictional as well. It's an interesting little metaphor there. or analogy, or I don't know what the correct word for it is, but it's just a. I like to say that that reality works in echoes of metaphors, just the same as everything is fractal in this world. You know, you scale stuff down and it just keeps looking the same, or you go bigger and it looks the same. Um, the same is true of all of the metaphors we have for things. They are very similar metaphors because it's essentially trying to explain the same thing over and over again. I don't know if I lost anybody on that, but if you can smell what I'm treading in there, yeah. Anyway, there was something else I wanted to mention. Oh, that was it on the metaphors as well. Because I heard somebody touting about I don't know if you ever look at this guy, that Mark Christopher character that does all the syntax stuff, right? He was touting that this is the new gold currency, and Matt, I hope he's right. I hope this is what's going to come in, just a solid, proper money, proper gold money, And he's touting all this because it's called because the virus is called the coronavirus, and corona is the gold. It's the gold crown. Blah blah blah. I dropped a comment in this thing. I said, it's it's another metaphor. What it is you're seeing the illusion of something there. Okay, that's what the corona is. You're seeing the illusion of something behind something. What's right there in the middle of that is nothing. You're not seeing anything. It's hollow. That is probably the metaphor for this new digital currency that's going to be coming in. There's an illusion of something. It emulates this. I like to say halo, but it emulates this periphery of something that appears to be there. But what's in the center of it? What's at the root of the core of it? Nothing. And the value that is there, you can't see, because it's illusionary. It's fiction. So anyway, I thought that was another interesting thing to, put out there. I know I've forgotten something else that I wanted to say as well, and I'm just trying to think what it was. But that, I mean, in a nutshell, that's everything, I think. If it comes to me in the next 30 seconds while I'm saying bye-bye, I'll let you know what it is. But I don't think there's a need to do really a recap on this. Basically, what's happening is we're going to move to digital currency. Oh, yeah, that was another little prediction I wanted to put in there. Yes, I don't think everybody's going to lose all their money that they've got stashed away now. What'll happen is they'll take and if I was going to hazard a guess, they're going to allow you to exchange your real Federal Reserve notes right now for the crypto version. I say crypto version, digital version, and they'll probably. I'm going to guess that they're going to give you 33 cents back on the dollar, 33 credit cents back on your Federal Reserve note dollar. That's what I'm predicting. I mean, what other number could they pick? I don't know. Maybe 19 cents back, I don't know, or maybe even 11. Who knows? Anyway, I wanted to put that in there because I thought that was pretty funny. That's it. Under 20 minutes. Great. If you like, spread the word. I don't know what else to say, really. Just be safe. Don't let them push you around. And I'll see you on the next one. Alright, take care, people. Bye.